There was something else. Is Gary here? Okay. Dan Gustafson.
Mayor, Council, Dan Gustafson, 1040 Circle Drive. You know, we've been talking about this for a long time, and I arrived here. We bought our home in 2008. I was the young kid on the block, and I was the fresh face, and now that has changed. I've been here for some time. In the East Neighborhood, you know, my comments, I'm going to try and make this really brief, but I've got quite a bit to say, so I hope you bear with me. The East Neighborhood is going through a renaissance right now, and it's the hottest neighborhood in Wayzata, and the walkability and proximity to the businesses and the lake are driving a lot of what's going on there. It's attracting huge investments, right? It's a very, very small area, and it presents us a great opportunity. And you know, the challenge for walkability is both traffic and safety. And when I talk about traffic, I talk about the volume of traffic. And we've talked about this survey in 2008. And Jeff, would you be so kind as to bring this up? Because I think it's a mistake not to reference this data that we have paid $50,000 to SRF Consulting in 2008 and took no action on. And it's concerning to me, and you know, my blood pressure goes up a little bit to hear that you know, that there wasn't a decisive answer out of this exercise. There was a decisive answer out of the exercise, and maybe we can get through. Yeah.
We're having a technology glitch.
Tech glitch. Okay, no problem.
Active requests during the meeting.
Go.
Yeah.
So, okay, here it is. This is right from the city's website. Let's scan through it. East Neighborhood Traffic Study Results, August 5th, 2009. Staff mail and notice, 114 addresses. As of August 5th, 2009, 65 surveys completed and returned, 10 surveys rejected by the post office, 39 surveys were not returned. Additional comments also requested. Results of the returned surveys are as follows. Was closing Circle E and Lake Street, putting up Jersey barriers. Did that reduce the cut-through traffic? 53% said yes. Okay, next question, please. Was the speeding reduced? 35% of respondents said yes. Do you support a permanent closure? 39% said yes, 20% said no. That's a 2-to-1 mandate in my book. Next slide, please. There it gives the answers as who said what. Let's go to the next one here too. Daily volumes of nearly, and the problem that we have is volume. It's not speed, and this survey will say that in just a moment. We'll get to that. Daily volume on nearly all of the neighborhood streets were lower than before the roadway closure, with the exception of Circle A. Circle A had a minor increase. The percent change in daily volumes at each of the surveyed locations are as follows. Arlington Circle, 75% reduction in traffic. East Circle Drive, 60% reduction in traffic. Central Avenue, 40% reduction in traffic. LaSalle Street, no significant change. Circle A Drive, there was a minor bump, 15% traffic that kind of went up the other way. Let's go to the next slide, please, Jeff. This one's a lot of words that we don't need to dwell on here. Let's go next. Okay, this is the traffic counts. Now, I respect the opinions of people that want to do another traffic count. I don't think we need to do it. I think we have the data that we need and that we want, that we can take action with. It's only gotten worse. You know, there's more traffic now than there was in the past. Central, 1,630 trips. Circle E right in front of my house, and Jeff and Wendy's house, Rolf and Janet's, Bill Bernaking's, 950. That's 1,000 cars a day past your driveway. Omitted from that study, from this chart, I'm gonna really test Jeff now. Can he flip to this one here?
Ooh, pivot.
There we go. This was on another slide. 595 vehicles on Lake Street East. 500 on LaSalle, etc. So, and let's go back to the other thing, please, Jeff. And we're looking for one last slide. Here we go. Speed. LaSalle Street, average speed, 22 miles an hour. Maximum speed, 45 miles an hour. 95% of motorists traveling 30 miles an hour or less. Circle A, average speed, 21 miles per hour. Maximum speed, 39 miles an hour. 98% of motorists are traveling 30 miles an hour or less. East Circle Drive, average, 21 miles an hour. You get the point. At the bottom here is the sentence that jumped out at me as I was scribbling my notes together. Results of the speed study indicate that there is not a significant speeding problem within the neighborhood. Well, what is the problem? You remember in June 2015 when Boland and Press Holmes was before you asking for an amendment to develop the East Neighborhood block. I said to you at that time that there were 3 issues that we needed to continue to deliberate on. One was traffic, second was buffer, third was roundabout. And that we needed to collaborate, the developer, the East Neighborhood, and the city on that issue. We can also add parking to that list. All the parking in front of my home, and Bill's home, and Jeff's home, Ralph and Janet's home has been taken away recently. Okay? So there's a 4th issue. And the time has arrived for a practical solution. And let me pose a question to this body and to my neighbors and my friends. Who do these streets serve? Are they residential? Are they arteries for commerce? Is Hennepin County misusing them while Bushaway is under construction? Are they cut-through streets for travelers ranging from adjacent neighborhoods to adjacent cities? Are they all of the above? Who should these streets serve? I think what needs to happen is that the city and this community needs to make a determination of policy regarding the commercial and transient traffic through this neighborhood. We need to ask ourselves some questions. Do businesses in the commercial core need these arteries in order to survive? Are any businesses asking for them to remain open as part of their business plan? How do we want this neighborhood to look aesthetically and architecturally in 5 years and in 20 years? What modes of transport are desirable for this neighborhood? And what do we need to build in order to accommodate that? How do we reduce the volume of traffic? How do we control the nature of the traffic? What signage in other places can we implement in order to reduce traffic? When can we expect that signage? Do my neighbors on LaSalle and Shady Lane, who value convenience, trump safety in the neighborhood? Given we don't have a speed problem, what should be done? Does the political willpower exist to close the intersection? To my neighbors, speed humps is too small an issue to ask of this city. They have shown an incredible willingness to work with us. And time and again, what monies will the city commit to design and construction? Can we work together for funding, given the historical nature of transient traffic? And many other questions. Once we answer the policy question, then the design becomes much easier. These streets serve too many masters, and it's hard to serve more than one. I would like to encourage our city council, our neighborhood, to work together on a comprehensive plan to address this issue. I don't want any more consultants. I don't want any more $50,000 spent to put out tubes that count cars. We know what to do. I want to leave you, the council, the staff, and my neighbors, with a vision for the East Neighborhood in the future. I see it as one of the most charming and desirable places to live in Wayzata. It's walkable. It's walkable to the lake. It's walkable to the businesses, and it's what's driving the interest in the area. And I want to make sure that I want you to understand, making the correct decision on policy, construction will, then the construction will be easy. And I want you to envision that future neighborhood as walkable, bikeable, quiet, calm, beautiful homes, serving people from all walks of life and all ages. And I'm happy to volunteer and work to further any cause in pursuit of this goal. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, I'll bring it back to the council.